Previously on Heads Up.
He deserves to win this one, boys.
I call.
You got an all-in over here.
Show me your cards and see my reaction.
You need the last remaining ace in the jack.
How do you be the best and the luckiest at the same time?
Good match.
Nice game.
Welcome back to the National Heads Up Poker Championship presented by GoDaddy.com. In this single elimination tournament, one more win earns each player 25 grand. A loss means wait for next year. Let's meet the tables. Ilari Sahamias and Bertrand Grospellier, Scotty Wynn and Ted Forrest, Don Cheadle and Paul Wasika, Jeff Ishbia and Phil Hellmuth, Phil Ivey and the newest GoDaddy girl, Vanessa Russo, Tom Dwan and Barry Greenstein, Gabe Kaplan and John Juanda. And at our featured table, Daniel Negreanu goes heads up with Dario Migneri. Let's get the cards in the air.
Welcome back to Caesars Palace, Las Vegas for the second half of the round of 32 at the National Heads Up Poker Championship. We now turn our attention to the clubs and spades brackets. Getting right to the action, Caesars qualifier Jeffrey Ishbia, who has the difficult task of facing 2005 Heads Up champ Phil Hellmuth.
But it's fascinating. I've really never worked a day in my life. I love what I do.
I completely understand. I'm building a clothing company right now. You know, this is one of my shirt designs. I'm building a publishing company. We have a book coming out soon. But it's like love for me, you know.
We need to get with Jeffrey Ishbia, Craig.
Well, I think Phil already beat us to the punch. Ace-8 for Ishbia. He limps in. Pocket queens for Phil. He raises to 1,600.
Big hand to get things started.
And Ishbia calls. Here comes the flop. Set of queens for Hellmuth.
Oh, and he's setting the trap here. He's going to check it. Ishbia's got middle pair.
And bets 2,000.
You can't blame him. You might think Phil has a smaller pair. Maybe even a naked ace.
Phil raises to 6,000. Action back to Ishbia. And he calls.
Phil's not going to slow play it. There's a hard draw out there. Possible straight draw as well.
Turn no help to Jeffrey. Hellmuth deciding how much he wants to bet. He settles on 11,000.
That's an I mean business bet. Second overcard to Jeffrey's eights out there. He is drawing completely dead. Yeah, that's the right move.
Nice hand.
Naked heart's about the only thing he could beat. And a good early start for Phil.
Hellmuth attempted to advance further. It's important to remember, though, that he's fortunate to have gotten even this far.
I looked down at ace-jack. I said, this is perfect. I have a hand. So I raised 1,500. And then when Mike Sexton re-raised, I made a bad move. All right, I'm all in. I figured that Mike thought I was weak, and that's why he re-raised me.
I call.
Queens, you got?
Yeah.
I knew his exact hand. I still fell for it. I didn't play my best, but I got through.
It's an ace!
You deserve better, buddy. If I'm going to berate Durr last year for putting all his money in with 2 10s...
I call.
When I had aces and he hits a 10 on me. Well, you played the hand bad, that's the truth. Then I have to man up and say, all right, look, Sexton deserved to win because he had the best hand when the money went in, and I didn't play my best on that hand. He deserves to win this one, boys.
What if Mike Sexton would have dealt with Phil the way Phil dealt with Durr the year before? That'd have been something.
Sexton, the consummate gentleman, I don't think we'll ever see that. Ishbia with king 10.
Are you calling?
Call.
And he limps in.
We had 6 out here already.
Keeping the pot small.
9-8 for Phil. He checks. Oh, look at that. Hellmuth flops the nut straight. He checks.
Easy game.
That's 1,000.
Ishbia bets 1,000. Phil raises to 5,000.
Again, he flops a huge hand and check raises right away.
4 more, I think you have to make it.
4 more. You have to make it.
What is Jeffrey doing here?
Oh, yeah.
9,000.
Ishbia raises to 9,000.
The amateur making a play at the pro.
Raise 10 more.
You just heard Phil say it. He's raised to 19,000.
Right idea, wrong timing for Jeffrey Ishbia. He doesn't want to let Helmuth run him over. I'm sure he's aware that Phil understands he's playing against an amateur. Likely has him intimidated. Just a tough spot to be in for Jeffrey Ishbia.
Next time, Ishbia better bring something better than a slingshot to a gunfight.
You make it look so easy from that side.
Well, that's what the pros are supposed to do, is make it look easy. Blind still at 3 and 600. Each player started with 40,000 in chips in the round of 32. Phil ace queen. He'll limp in.
Hot start for Helmuth.
Ishbia with king 5 checks. Flop pairs Phil's ace. Ishbia pairs his king.
This is the ideal situation in No Limit Hold'em. Your opponent makes second best while you're holding the best.
Jeffrey bets 2,000.
Raise 10,000.
Phil raises to 12,000.
Jeffrey bet out thinking Phil would not have limped on the button with an ace.
Yeah, if you call that, I'm all in the dark on the next street.
Wow.
2, 4, 6,
Bold statement from Helmuth.
7.
And the action wouldn't even be on him here if Jeffrey calls, which it looks like he has.
Going for the full intimidation factor, Ali.
Trying to make it look like he's bullying him.
Phil adds a flush draw on the turn.
Jeffrey's only got 10-6 behind at this point, and he's already put 12-6 into this
I
pot.
put in 12,000 on the flop. I moved in on the dark.
Ishbia trying to stand up to Phil Helmuth. To his credit, he's going to get away from the hand.
He folds, but a Herculean task for Jeffrey Ishbia. Not only is he going up against one of the best pros in the business, but the deck is not cooperating. As Helmuth extends his lead, let's go to Leanne Tweeden, who's with our competitors at our feature table.
Daniel, you guys have some history playing online together. How does that impact a match?
Oh, you know, he knows a lot about the way that I play, and I know that he's a mad bluffer. So it's hard for him to bluff me because I'll call him with anything, and he knows that. So it's going to be tough for him to play his game, you know what I mean?
Are you expecting that same Dario to play today?
He can't help it. Dario is just a bluffing machine. His hand goes others, I shouldn't bluff. Stop it, bad hand. He can't help it.
So I guess that's a yes. He's going to be the same guy.
He can't not bluff. It's just in his blood.
All right. Dario, you're known as a great heads-up player. Why is that, you think?
I don't know.
You bluff a lot.
Look at that. He just has that little innocent smile. Are you ready to play him today?
Yes.
All right. He's a man of few words. So let's get the cards in the air.
All right.
Good luck.
We should make a no bluffing rule. Or we should make a rule where if you bluff, you have to show. That way I get to see all your hands.
You'll bluff a lot too.
We'll see. Okay, I'm going to raise you.
Small bluff, small pass, probably.
Jack 7 for Negrano. He raises to 1,200.
Race.
Oh, my goodness. Already you're bluffing.
Ace queen for Minieri.
38.
Raises to 3,800.
Okay, we're going to make the bluffing rule? Where you have to show?
No, I can't because otherwise I should show many hands.
All right.
Daniel
Never
folds.
mind. I forgot who I was playing for a second.
Minieri takes the first pot.
Spicy player.
Negrano Minieri, just one of many compelling matchups here in the round of 32. This loaded field featuring some of the game's most recognizable names and faces. Filtering through to the next round becomes a more difficult task with every new opponent. The stakes constantly rising toward the same ultimate conclusion, the 2009 National Heads Up Poker title.